Well, I'll say this. As a man and being the man of your house, you are responsible for the peace in that house. So if you are responsible for the peace in that house, you got to make the moves in order to maintain that peace. So if it's simple enough for you just going up to your woman and apologizing, apologize. If you know that flowers is going to make her day and it might stymie the inrush of craziness that's coming from her, then go get her some damn flowers.
Nigga, you lying. Go ahead. Steve ain't buying no flowers. That's what
I mean,
I'm fucking with you.
I don't buy flowers often, but if but I do buy flowers, especially if something like this happens.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But like I said, man, if you're the king of your castle, bro, you are responsible for everything in there, the well-being of everybody in there, the morale of everybody in there. And if you don't want your woman to be feeling that type of way for days on end, you know what I'm saying? She's feeling hot about something, then, you know what I'm saying, to preserve the peace, you know.
Take 5.
That's what I said. Take 5, man. That's important.
Not even take 5. Just, hey, I apologize for what I did.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not even take 5. When you come back to her, you tell her, like, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? This is where I fucked up with this. I acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? I took some time to think about it because we didn't even do that in our friendship. Yeah.
Oh, gee. Let go. All my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch. Yeah, your bitch might get pulled. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time for the bull. Okay, all my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch. Yeah, your bitch might get pulled. If you see us in the streets, no talking, let's go. No time for...
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Riley, a.k.a. Riley the Great. You are now tuned in to another episode of the Millennial Mayhem podcast.
Yes,
we here. Another day, another dollar, bro. As y'all know, I got my cousin with me, Young Tony D. What's going on?
Indeed. I'm good, man.
You good?
Good. Oh, yeah. we shaded up.
Shaded up, bro. Shaded up. You know what I'm saying?
Look at him.
Because you can't see past my shades. And we got Wolfman. Wolverine.
The pro.
Yeah, Ray Matthews. What's going on, bro?
Oh man, I'm doing all right. It's been a long day, man. But you know, after the long day, they I think they finally figured it out.
Who?
And then, you know, people just having an issue trying to like figure out, you know, why I look so good. But you know, I think they they came to the conclusion that it's just me. You took your shades off. You had to take a closer look.
No, I'm just trying to figure. I'm really trying to figure out where you was trying to go with that, bro.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Always going. I don't know what it is, dog. Ray always go on these tangents at the beginning, trying to like make a funny or whatever, and the funny never comes, bro.
Punchline.
Niggas hate it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Niggas hate it when I speak that real.
Nah,
When it's real, you don't need a punchline.
Nah.
It's in there.
You know what I'm saying? That boy there the other day, we making memes. You making millions. We making millions. Let it get. What the fuck is going on, man? This nigga here tripping. And we got my man, Mr. Marcus, like the porn star, minus the syphilis in the background doing the production thing, bro. What's going on, boy? What's going on?
Boy, cowboy out. You ready to lose?
Yeah, bro.
That boy can't wait till Monday night.
This man is an avid, you know what I'm saying, cowboy fan, bro. Every day we argue about this shit about these Cowboys. When he know Dak and them are sorry, then ain't never gonna make it to nothing. Ain't been nowhere in 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? As long as the Texans have been in expansion, them niggas have been sorry. So they've been sorry right along with us, bro.
Marcus, when that nigga argue about the Cowboys, he sound like SonStar. Just loud and wrong. SonStar. Tory Lanez pops.
His name is
that nigga named SonStar.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Daystar and SonStar.
See, I'm not delusional about my team like he delusional about his son. Like nobody delusional like that nigga.
Bro, that's you know what, man.
This nigga said he said no, go ahead. My bad.
It's just they weird, dog. That's the only way I can put it. It's just weird, fam.
My nigga got a part on the
Bald head.
I was about to say, look at his hairline.
He got a part on the baldy though. Like he colored that shit in with crayon.
Yeah, for real, straight up. Boys got matching hair, bro. They got matching fake hair, all that shit, bro. Everything. That nigga got on. He got on. I think he was on somebody's on live or something.
Yeah.
And that boy say, you know what I'm saying? We forgive Megan. You know what I'm saying? Because of this campaign to slander my son's name. We forgive Megan.
How you forgiving her and your son the one who shot her?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
He avoided that. He say we forgive her because you got to take the burden off your soul, and forgiveness allows you to. It's not about that person. You try to take the burden off yourself. Nah, my nigga, your son shot him.
Your son was in the wrong.
She should forgive you, not
Right.
the other way around.
I mean, I get it. You supposed to defend your kid to the very end, but I mean, this nigga has been loud.
But damn, bro, wrong is wrong, bro. You know you
Yeah.
that nigga shot that bitch, bro. Stop that bullshit, nigga.
He crazy. I think it is like this. I think he don't deny that his son shot. I think what he think is like she lied and said he shot her. Bro, your son shot the damn gun, my nigga.
He shot
you
the
don't
gun.
know what like they can trace all 5 bullets and find out what bullet came out of, whether what's her name or each. You shot, bro. Like your son shot.
Man.
You shot, bro. It is. I mean, it is what it is. Take it on the chin, bro.
You should have been
Take it on
telling
the
his
chin.
son to shut up when Megan let it go the first time. Should have been telling him to shut up because all of this would have went away if he would have just shut
Yeah,
up.
she probably would have never even said. She would have never taken to court if he would have shut the fuck up.
This boy here, whoever was giving him that counsel, bro, was fucking his life up, bro. 'Cause
SonStar.
now he out of there.
SonStar.
He couldn't have been listening to it, man. His dad couldn't have been telling him to get on live, bro. Get on live. Tell him the truth gonna come out eventually. You can't get. I mean, because that's the truth. It's gonna come out
Right.
eventually.
It's gonna come out eventually, but damn, the
But it
truth
didn't
was not
have
in your
to come
favor.
out. Nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
like,
It didn't
she
have
wasn't
to.
trying to say nothing, and then all of a sudden, all these tabloids started reporting, and people in the industry know who giving these tabloids the message. Like we might not know that Tory was doing it, but when she came up and she was like, "Yeah, this nigga out here spreading lies," she know because somebody's telling her that Tory done told somebody.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, that's in those kind of situations, bro. It's just so good to. It's so like powerful to be silent, bro.
Straight up.
Shut the fuck up.
Just shut
Be
the
silent.
You know what you can do? You can shut the fuck up. You know.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I should make that a sound, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, like straight up, bro. Just be silent. Close your mouth. Close your mouth, man. And I don't understand why people don't understand that. Like you don't see it. Like you see it from other celebrities, bro. If they know it's even like a small chance they can get convicted or anything or something can blow up in their face, they go into hiding.
Yeah.
They go into hiding, and then they come back. And when everything done died down, which is what a lot of publicists will tell they people, hey man, just lay low.
Time-
See,
time kills it.
that's what's so good about Lori Harvey. All that shit we talking about with Damson, man, I didn't heard that shit for like months and everything. And Lori don't talk. Lori don't say nothing. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. People, all these girls hating on Lori, they hating because she don't say shit. She just be letting y'all run with it, whatever narrative y'all want to run with, and she just pop out looking good with another nigga.
Was you about to say another bad nigga?
No, I was about to say another bad bitch.
I don't know that.
She be with a lot of Ryan Leslie. She be with a lot of chicks, but she be popping out with another nigga.
You think that women are hating on Lori?
100%.
I thought it was so Duval posted something. He was like, so Lori, y'all new leader, huh?
Yeah, I saw that.
And then all the women coming on the comments talking about, oh, all y'all niggas just mad because Lori doing exactly what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Normally, now she doing it on the flip side to a nigga, so all y'all just mad about it. I ain't know it was the opposite way.
Comments, dog, maybe there is that kind of faction of the internet.
Yeah, I'm sure it's both.
Yeah, but on that other side, them girls be hating on her. Maybe it's because they want dancing. Maybe it's because of the dude that she got. But they like talking about
little
who
jealousy,
you think
probably.
pulling up all them pictures of him and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
That's all girls, bro. We don't care about that shit. We ain't about to go look for pictures of this.
Yeah. Shade Room guy. I know they got a whole heap of reasons on the staff, like just ready and willing to look up
Who
something. You know
you
what
think
I'm
work for
saying?
the shade? Like if
That's
you
what
could
I'm
imagine
saying.
how many if there's 40 people that work for the shade room, What's the percentage?
90% is probably breezy.
Yeah.
And then you got like the spot like Hollywood Unlocked. What's the dude name? Jason Lee.
Yeah,
he runs that. He the one probably coined the phrase the T or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So shit. Like that's what they do, bro. You go find that. You know what I'm saying? You go find that dirt. You go pull all that stuff up.
I think Meek still in his feelings behind the girl too.
Yeah, I saw that shit. It's like, man, y'all let her fuck everybody. I saw that tweet.
Everybody but him.
I was like, wait, he talked to Lori?
No, he wanted to.
He wanted to.
Put her in the song.
Yeah.
I got Lori Harvey on my wish list.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing I want for Christmas. You ain't getting it. Nigga.
You ain't getting that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's messed up.
Tough break, nigga.
Tough break, yeah. she already knocked down a street nigga in future, bro. She like I didn't check that off. I didn't took that off my list, bro. Now I need to go to what I'm saying, African European nigga. Yeah.
She got a movie star too. You know,
she already had
a movie star.
Yeah, she already had.
Dr. B. Jordan. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, man, do your thing, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying.
don't hate the player. Don't hate the game at all. Not in my book.
Nah, I don't
Do
care,
your
bro.
thing.
Keep moving how you move, Lori. Do your thing, bro. And if niggas are on board, then shit.
I was just about to say, they must be on board because ain't nobody say nothing.
Ain't no there. So,
Straight up.
shit.
Ain't nobody but Meek, obviously.
The game is the game.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, shit. 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. We got a good show for y'all today, man. We're gonna jump into the topic that we're gonna discuss this fine evening.
Yes, sir.
Dog, I just keep looking at you in these shades and think about Ryan. I think Ryan might have been the first nigga to wear shades.
Oh, no, he was.
Shades on the whole
I remember that nigga. I done fucked up a lot. Shout out to my cousin, bro. I appreciate you for coming on the show, bro.
And that boy had on a turtleneck too.
Like a complete shaft.
My man was clean in that.
Straight
hoe,
up shaft, dog.
You know what's what you say? What they say? You know it's my duty to please that booty. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hey, today we talking about, you know what I'm saying, discussing things and communicating with your woman.
Yeah.
How you handle her, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, because some people out there struggling with how to handle their breezies. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So first thing I'm gonna ask y'all, bro, to get this shit popping by. I'm gonna ask y'all: do you guys feel that you guys are effective communicators? And if you do, how do you know that? How do you know that that your method of communication is effective?
I try to meet people where they at. Like if you're an aggressive person, I try to be the opposite, so it can be some yin and yang in here. Because if we're having an argument and both of us start going off, it's not gonna, that discussion ain't gonna get nowhere. That communication is null and void. Some fucked up gonna end up happening. So I try to like bring it to a person, like not even just shades. I just try to bring it to a person where like you can understand me. Like, hey, calm down so we can talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like all that hoorah when we trying to get something together. Like, hey, calm your nerves, relax your phalanges. And let's get it together. Like, let's just talk. And shit, to be honest, a lot of people have told me I am a good communicator. Now I will shut down.
Who told you that?
I'm not a good.
Who told you that?
Shit, friends.
Yeah.
Friends have told me that.
Them niggas. I wish I had that button, bro.
Why? I'm not a good communicator.
Nah, you.
In your opinion?
Bro. Nah, you whack, bro.
Okay. Nah, I'm being dead serious. I'm not.
No, you're not.
I just don't think. I don't know if you talk enough to be like that's just my experience. I don't necessarily know if you say everything that's on your mind or like, you know what I'm saying. I just think that personally that you just, if it's something like that, you just don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying, until maybe it has to come to you. But that's just my opinion. I think
you're most effective when you feeling some type of way. That's when everybody understands exactly where you're coming from when it comes to certain things. When you're not really getting, because you keep it mellow all the time. Mm-hmm. So by you keeping it mellow, you will refrain from saying certain things in order to keep the, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep the peace.
But I think there's a difference between being a good communicator and just letting shit slide. I think that's a difference.
I think that's all one. I think that plays a big role.
Together.
I think that's all one and the same. Yeah, because all right, because
I get it, but sometimes, in my opinion, some shit is better left unsaid. Okay. And that's a part of being a good communicator
it's just
as well.
picking your battles. That's smart.
And
like you can't just argue everything.
But I get what they're saying, but at the same time, is when I open my mouth, are you a good communicator? Are you getting your point across? That's what I think when I hear communication. Okay. Are you getting your point across when you start talking?
See, I think that you're not judged by how good of a communicator you are. Like it's almost like Mike Tyson when he say everybody got playing till they get hit in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Being a communicator, like the judgment of how good of a communicator you are is, in my opinion, not how you communicate when everything's hunky dory, but like how do you react when it's something that, you know what I'm saying, when it's something that's uncomfortable to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you talk about it or do you run? It's the thing I always say, we love to run from conflict. Instead of talking about the shit, we just let it build up. And I've been guilty of this shit, just like letting it build up. And then finally, when something happens to us that we don't like and we had enough, then boom, it just blow up right there. So yeah,
I think we all got to find a medium because some people don't know when to shut up, and some people shut up too much.
Right.
So I get what you're saying, and maybe sometimes shit, y'all probably say, "Hey, you don't talk enough." To some people, I talk too damn much. So
really, there's people that think that you talk too much. Them niggas don't talk at all because I think that you talk just enough. Like that's what I'm saying. With my communication, I just think that there's some things that you let slide that you probably shouldn't let slide. Some things you let slide that you should. But I think that more oftentimes you live on the side of like just kind of letting it slide and you just there until it happens. Yeah,
I'm patient, and I to me, there's a part of being a good communicator. Like sometimes you need to be patient with other people who may not understand you, and sometimes I will go off on them when I feel like, hey, all right, I'm done communicating. I'm done being patient as far as my communication because it ain't working with you.
Yeah.
It's not like communication ain't just talking to somebody, it's also receiving what they're saying. So if I feel like what I'm doing on my end when I'm talking and you're not receiving, okay, then I need to kind of change how I'm coming at you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I try to play on how people is, you know, how somebody's going to receive it.
Yeah, I try to be strategic in my communication now. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm honest about it, no matter how strategic I try to be as far as my communication goes, there's still that moment within my communication where I might flip the switch the other way and forget. All right, let that slide or don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the flip side of you where I'm still trying to learn where not to jump in on conversations or where to bow out on conversations. Like, you know what? It ain't even worth it. But if I'm honest, like the stuff that I've been through, my not even like bad stuff necessarily, just the events of my life in general have like molded how I respond to that kind of shit. So, but I'm working on like not fucking going off on people when it's at every little juncture, you know?
So let me ask you this then. I mean, you know, you're currently not in a relationship, but you have been in one before.
Right. That's $1 motherfucking bill, baby.
Hey, so let me ask you this. So, is there a difference between how you handle, so for example, your coworkers in comparison to how you would handle your woman in regards to how you talk to them? Because I mean, the way you explaining yourself now is that, hey, it can pop up. It can happen at any time with anybody. But do you have some type of difference that, you know, in regards to how you communicate between your woman and your people at work?
I think that there should be.
I'm asking you specifically. You?
No, not. I mean, I bartend, so definitely not at my bartending job. You know what I'm saying? In my corporate setting, then obviously, yeah, there's 100% of difference.
Why though? Why?
Well, because some of the things that you can say at home, you're not supposed to say at work.
No, I'm asking you what is the difference between the corporate job and the bartending job? Why do you feel like you have to stymie how you respond to things at the corporate spot in comparison to where you are when you was working you know how as a bartender?
You know how it is at a bar. You don't. I mean, you use language, you cuss, you do other. I mean, it's all kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, I understand the cursing, but we're talking about communicating with your coworkers, right? Yeah, but see, now you understand now what you're doing in the corporate America not to do that. But why didn't you have that same understanding when you was doing it at Your bartending job. What is the difference? Is it just the atmosphere?
The environment. Yeah, niggas is getting drunk. Yeah. We not in the office getting drunk. Not that anybody knows of. Whatever the fuck you pull out your drawers on you, but like we in a, you know the difference. It's not to say that it's any less than a corporate situation as far as whatever is concerned, but the communication is definitely a little more lax. In that setting versus a corporate setting.
Jump in on that real quick because I think Steve's trying to get to a point because I don't think you know the point, but it's the relaxed environment that you allow it to be. So if you're at corporate, for instance, I went to a corporate event with this dude is the president, the VP of sales and operations, and whenever I took my customer out for lunch, he was there, and the conversation was like, yes, of course. Just really corporate. We went to this event, man, and he started drinking. He talked, man, I don't give a damn about nothing. A white guy, like just having fun. Just literally the whole environment changed and the whole way that we communicated changed. And I think that's kind of part of communicating, being able to adapt to the environment that you're in. A lot of times you're at a bar, if you kind of like stuffy and stiff as a bartender, nobody really want to deal with you. Like, I'd take the other dude. You kind of look like you having a bad day.
Right. And that makes sense.
He's talking to the coworkers.
I'm talking about coworkers. I'm not talking about the
just
clients.
Communication with coworkers.
Your clients, you can be more like you read the room with the clients, man. If somebody's okay with certain things and the banter is going back and forth and you good, but I'm talking about, how you deal with your coworkers. And I don't like, for me personally, I just think with any setting, I don't care if you work at Burger King or you work at Exxon, there's some level of decorum that you got to have with your people. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody that be saying that shit, I be looking at y'all niggas like, y'all ain't worked in none of the places
I agree with Ray. I don't think it's like that.
Y'all ain't worked in some of them environments and dealt with some of the stuff that some of them people have to deal with. It's just like they speak like that every day. Like that's not like, obviously you don't like with your coworkers is different though. When you, especially in that environment, y'all have a relationship. Like y'all done been out and got drunk with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all just.
That's not always the case though. You like that's an isolated scenario that he just brought up.
No, I'm
talking about my situation, bro.
Okay.
I'm not talking about nobody else but me.
Okay.
I'm talking about you. You work in a restaurant, and then you let me know if that's how you talk to the people. It's just not how it happened, man.
It's a relationship I think they developed. I think the thing is like what you think about, like if you develop the relationship with your coworkers where you can communicate them in a certain way, playing jokes with them and stuff like that, then it's gonna be a little harder to communicate with them in a corporate setting. I mean, a corporate way than it would if you know what I'm saying.
Understandable. What about the coworkers that you didn't develop that with? Do you keep that same energy with the ones that you developed that with? The same energy as you would with the ones that you haven't?
Man, no, like you talk differently around different people that you build relationships with. It's just that simple.
And we're talking about coworkers as a whole.
Yeah. Like you talk to your coworkers differently based on the relationships you have with them. It's just that simple. Like some of my coworkers, I can shoot them a message, or an email and put LOL and have a few mistakes or whatnot, and they'll send a Skype or Teams. We talking like face to face, and I can have some jokes and here and there. But if a managing director do it, and I'm talking to him, of course it's gonna be different conversation. It's gonna be different communication in that because I don't have that same relationship. You know what I'm saying? And more than likely I won't because I don't talk to them every day. But these coworkers, I talk to them all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you're definitely gonna, and people call it code switching, whatever. I don't give a damn. You talk to different people different ways because you need to learn that. Like that has to be an intelligent factor in your communication where you finna sit here, like, cause people nowadays. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna talk to you however I want, and that's why you won't get no goddamn word because you can't talk to everybody the same.
Right.
That's the only reason that I've been able to do some of the stuff because I feel like I'm a good communicator. I'm a chameleon. I can talk to whatever group you want me to talk to easily with no problem. My only issue is that when something I don't like happens, being able to not flip that switch and not allow it to affect me that way because that's the only way to communicate with people is to adapt to who the hell they are. Shit.
So I mean, do you handle your woman like that? If she presents a situation to where you like this is a switch, so you going off on her?
Nah, I don't think you should. I I don't think that I should be able to do that in the other situations that I do it in. So I don't think that you should be able to flip that switch with your woman. I think that, you know, anything is not what you do, it's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So you could be pissed off about something, but you don't have to communicate it to her in a pissed off way, because the first thing she gonna do is get defensive. Like people don't like to be communicated to like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a perfect world answer. But we're going to keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I've been in my relationship for 2 years, and there have been moments where buttons were pressed, and honestly speaking, I took it there. You know what I'm saying? But we're human. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely going to happen. And there have been some moments where I just couldn't. I mean, I couldn't. I'm not saying I went all the way off to where I'm throwing shit and shit like that, because that's not my thing. I've been off that stuff since we were kids. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I did have my moments when I was a kid, bro, and I used to punch walls and do all this other shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
bitch ass nigga.
I'm about to rage. But yeah, bro. Like I'm like, essentially, I'm just trying to have a
crazy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to have a real conversation, because these situations do happen. Yeah, so when they happen, how are we? Like, I said you.
Well, yeah, what you asked me was that, do I think that I should be able to handle the situation?
No, I said, do
I do that?
I said, do you do that when do you do that when your girl gets out of line?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I've done it before. Like you said, I've 100% done it before. I just did it to Taylor, not my woman, obviously my baby mama, but she's just in communication. She hate when I say bro, but like, or no, she hate when I say my nigga. But she pissed me the fuck off. She was saying something, I'm like, my nigga, and I was like, she was like, don't do that. You know I hate that. I'm like, bro, like, listen, because like it was that moment, you know what I'm saying? It was like, and it's with everybody is always something different, but she just literally hate my nigga. My nigga is my comfort zone, because when we get in arguments, first thing I be like is my nigga, you know what I'm saying? So like when she was going off, she was saying something, and I was trying to explain something to her, she couldn't fucking get it, and I felt like it was simple as shit, and she wouldn't get it. So I'm like, my nigga, how else do you don't do that? I'm like, fuck, all right. But before before I really realized, like, because in that moment when she said that, I took two steps. I'm like, bro, all right, listen, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying, Brad? But before, I would have hit my nigga, and she'd been like, I would have explained why I'm saying my nigga. Like, bro, that's not, because for me, you focusing on my nigga, that really just, you already don't understand what I'm explaining to you, obviously. So now you've been to focus on my nigga, and then I'm going to forget how I was about to explain it to you. Now we just talking about something whole different. Now you mad because I done said my nigga, and I'm over here trying to explain to you that my nigga doesn't mean nothing in the grand scheme of what the fuck we was just talking about before. But you want to focus on the fact that I just said my nigga, and you know that I don't mean that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm just in that. But again, you gotta
get pushed.
Yeah.
See, I'm a lot like I was a lot like Ray, and not really like recently. I mean, probably like I used to be a real hothead. Like when you try to tell me something, dog, like I'm ready to fight. What's up? Not with girls though. Like for the most part,
yeah.
Talking about just anybody. That's just how I was. But like the only thing is when you start realizing you like that, you try to course correct, and you might correct the other way. Like I'm like I just don't listen. Like I just stop listening. All right, cool, I'm done. And that's just as bad.
You shut up. You just shut up.
All right, whatever. And now they're mad at you because you're not talking back.
Yeah.
But see, that can work though. I think that can work. Like what they always taught us when we were kids, man. If you don't have nothing good to say, just don't say nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? So to eliminate that whole possibility of me even like attacking you verbally, let me just fall back, bro.
But like, you're right. If you don't have nothing good to say, then don't say nothing at all, right? So maybe not having nothing good to say is just in that moment. But the problem is when you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. But what was said to you was something, one of your triggers or something that bothered you. You know what I'm saying? So you really got bothered in that thing. But you don't have nothing nice to say, so you choose to not deal with the conflict and just not say nothing at all.
Yeah.
Then next week, when she come back and she do that same thing, or that person do that same thing and hit that button again, well, now we two in the game now. You know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe I don't say nothing at all again. And the next week you do it again. Now we three in the game. Now I'm really hot, so I might slap you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what?
This nigga crazy.
But I get you.
I
I get it. But I think that's the reason why you think that I'm not a good communicator.
Yeah.
Because
do you go back? Do you go back?
Yeah, but here's the thing. When I go back, I need like who's ever receiving this information. Let's just say my wife Shay. Mm-hmm. I will stop her. She's a firecracker. I will like, hey man, not right now. Not right now, because I feel myself finna go there. And I always try to stop myself from going there in them arguments because she don't have a filter, and neither do I. When I get to that level, I ain't gonna have no filter either, and everything finna be wrong. Once I start feeling that, hey, relax. 5 minutes, let me take 5, dog, because it's finna go there. Mm-hmm. It's finna go there, and I would rather have that little moment to say, give me 5. Mm-hmm. You calm your ass down and I can explain everything to you, or let's just calm down and you can explain it to me, because right now all that yelling and going on, you finna raise my blood pressure. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if I go there, and that's the reason why I be trying to like, if you talking some shit that I really don't like, I'm gonna back up. Mm-hmm. Because once I start going there, like it's gonna take a minute for me to calm down. And if it's another nigga, I'm not saying my partner's like, if it's just another nigga talking like that, I'm gonna swing first. I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy that's not gonna. I'm not that guy that's gonna sit around and keep doing that. No. Once you get disrespectful, I'm gonna swing first. That's just me. I'm sorry.
So they like you wasn't.
I can't whoop ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
And I'm all out of bubble gum.
You wasn't like had to instill that in your wife, because like. I mean, that if she a firecracker, that shit don't happen just right. Cause like,
bro, okay.
Well, look, let me tell you.
Go ahead.
I was talking to a girl and I did something similar. I'm like, man, look, hold on, calm down, cause it's getting too, let's chill out. I swear to God, she threw something. They don't want to hear that calm down shit.
You throw something at me, that'd be the last time you throw something.
Yeah, they married though, so it's different. It's different.
But here's the thing: this is a year. This is years.
Yeah.
This is years working on that portion of our communication. Like I would like once you like, I'm serious, like once you get to a point that where like you're just yelling off something that was a simple discussion and you end up yelling, like I can feel you going up, I'm not gonna go up there with you. Cause once we both go up there now, oh shit, what you just say? Damn, we don't even know what we arguing about no more.
But you never had a moment where you went up there with her.
Oh, nigga, please.
How do you back out of that? Because I know you get up there with her, but I think that you.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
how do you? That's a good.
How do you back
question.
out, man? I don't know. I really think that you just get tired of arguing. I really think that's what it gets to. Because for one, I don't hit women, so I ain't finna go across her head. That's number one. I'm not gonna do that. However, I just get tired of arguing. Like I really don't like arguing. Hey, what's the problem? Get it all out. If you get a little emotional, cool. After that, let's find a solution. Like I'm like 1, 2, 3. I don't like all of that.
I used to love that.
So
shit.
No, that's to me that's so draining. Like for me, that is draining. I don't like it. Like I actually hate it. Like, I'm dead serious. Like I actually hate it. So I just think when we both go there, I just get tired, and I'm like, all right, man, look. I start looking at the time, like, bro, yeah, we've been arguing for this shit for like 1-2 hours. Like, you ain't got nothing else. You ain't got nothing new.
But how does that? I'm saying that sound good, but
that's how it goes.
I think about saying like you ain't got nothing new. She gonna be like, fuck me, I ain't got nothing new.
No. I will literally, because once I get tired of arguing, like once I hear a point being made 2 times, bro. All right, you know what? The hell with all of this, bro. What were we talking about at first? If you ain't got nothing to say about that, dead it. I'm finna go to sleep.
Yeah, because
I just get tired of arguing.
Because we've all been aware of that tactic. It's a tactic, and I'm not gonna say that it's from a specific gender, but usually it's a tactic that comes into play to where, what the guy is saying makes sense, but let me flip the conversation to this other thing. And see if I can win there. You know what I'm saying? I might not be winning that much in this conversation, but I'm gonna flip it here and then make it to where the initial conversation is completely oblivious to everybody. Now we like, well, what the fuck we was talking about in the beginning? You know what I'm saying? And you know who does that a lot, man?
Adrian.
Wow. Yeah. Agent do be doing that. Agent do be doing that though.
But because Agent, he sometimes be catching that L and then he'll flip it and go to something else.
Always that nigga always flip it. Every single time.
I will say it for you. You were right on point. Women do be doing that shit.
Yeah.
Way more often than men. It's their communication is a lot different from how we do.
You let them tell it. It's just done different though. You know, it's done like they do it in that way. You know, they let them tell it. Men be like, oh bitch, you keep acting like this, I'm about to kill myself. There you let them tell it. That's how we. You know what I'm saying? Throw it out there.
There's faults on both sides. I ain't saying that. But I'm just speaking on specifically what Steve was saying. That's women that be doing that.
We communicate really differently. Men and women communicate really different. Like if you think about it, like a lot of times what we think they're doing that, they're really more looking at an emotional side. Like you ever had a conversation with a girl, be like, man, I don't even be fucking them bitches like that, bitch. Like, hold on. So like that, you don't fuck them like that. So you do fuck them, but it just don't be a lot. Like no, like you know what I'm saying? They key on those one.
They process the different parts.
They process things differently.
Like they hear everything.
Like I know y'all always see them little posts and they be having like a girl texting a man and it be this long text message. Then the nigga just texts back. All right. Okay.
Niggas
know what they doing with that.
Because I mean,
I'm not gonna read all that.
It's layers to it. It's layers to it. It's layers to their opinions and it's layers to their feelings when it comes to things, and how they derive their feelings comes from multiple spots.
Yep.
So that's why when you having an argument about one thing,
it jumps to another. Because this right here made me feel like this. Like I felt the same way when you did this as when you did that. So now we got to talk about all this shit, and you like, well, damn, that's not what we talked about. Like why are you jumping to that? Now I'm just talking about this. And then when you ask that question, because I've had this conversation with, sometimes with my girl, sometimes with my mom, because I'm the only child and we used to rock with each other, real, we still do. We still rock with each other real tough, but it was just us two. Yeah. So it's just like, like even with that, it's like, well, Steve, you do this. And then, I'll bat that down. Bah, you know what I'm saying? Bah, you come with a block. Bah. Now, you say I did that, but I'm just telling you the reason why I did blah, blah, blah. Well, Steve, you know what I'm saying? But you also did this. And it's just like, it's a never, you can't win like that. So I'm with you on the whole, I just bow out. Because me personally, if it gets to a point where I feel like I'm about to escalate, as I've gotten older, I'm like, man, I'll really say, I will say, I don't want to hear that shit. No, I will. It would really come out my mouth and that's my way of saying I got to dead this, because if I don't dead it, it's gonna keep going on. So I got to say, hey, I don't want to hear that shit.
We know
that's why I'm laughing, because I've heard it. I've heard Steve say that in an argument. Yeah. Hey, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I don't want because it's only gonna take it further. It's gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? So all right, boom. We done.
So then listen. Okay, so look. So that's why I wanted to stay there a little bit, because that's key, because this type of shit happen in everybody's relationship, whether it's intimate, whether it's friendship, whatever the fuck it is, this kind of shit happen all the time. So like when you just be like, it's cool. You say, all right, we done with this. I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm going to bed. Boom. You wake up the next morning. Everybody kind of moving around the house. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she making some noise over there being petty or something. You just going about your day, or maybe she going about her day. You making some noise over there being petty. Like, how does, like, do you just go on with the day, or how does what was the conflict yesterday? Yeah. Right, I get it. What I'm saying is, I know that you revisit.
Do you handle the conflict?
How do you bring it back?
You just bring it back when you're ready to talk, and that comes in different intervals. Yep. Like she might want to talk in a day.
No, not how long, but what is the conversation when you come back? Like,
we just talk about the shit under normal circumstances.
Remember what we was talking about the other day, man? Let's really
get calm.
But like, I think sometimes, man. I think honestly, sometimes you break away and you realize, man, you arguing over something that don't matter. So y'all don't even talk about it, or y'all might come back and be like, man, that shit was stupid.
This was dumb.
Y'all don't even talk about it. Like sometimes not needed.
See, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, what is the conversation? Like, is it like, hey, you know what we was talking about yesterday was so stupid, let's not do it. Or look, I really want to talk about that yesterday because I felt this kind of way. Or hey, I had some time. What? That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, what does it look back? What does it look like when you come back and have that conversation?
Well, I'll say this. As a man and being the man of your house, you are responsible for the peace in that house. So if you are responsible for the peace in that house, you got to make the moves in order to maintain that peace. So if it's simple enough for you just going up to your woman and apologizing, apologize. If you know that flowers is going to make her day and it might stymie the in rush of craziness that's coming from her, then go get her some damn flowers.
Nigga, you lying. Go ahead. Steve ain't buying no flowers. That's what.
No. I mean,
I'm fucking with you.
I don't buy flowers often, but if I do buy flowers, especially if something like this happens.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But like I said, man, if you're the king of your castle, bro, you are responsible for everything in there, the well-being of everybody in there, the morale of everybody in there. And if you don't want your woman to be feeling that type of way for days on end, you know what I'm saying? If she's feeling hot about something, then, you know what I'm saying, to preserve the peace, you know.
Take 5.
That's what I
said.
Take 5, man. That's important.
Not even take 5. Just, hey, I apologize for what I did.
Gotcha,
you know what I'm saying? Like, not even take 5. When you come back to her, you tell her, like, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? This is where I fucked up with this. I acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? I took some time to think about it because we even do that in our friendship. If I fuck up, you know what I'm saying? I come, man, you know what? That wasn't even necessary, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just,
that, man,
some shit a nigga be letting linger for too long, dog.
Even more than that, dog. Like, I think niggas have become so pussy, bro. And I know that's what they niggas be like real talk, man. Look, they got like TikToks where people be like, who been petty the most, and they'll do this little TikTok where they'll drink all the water out and leave a little swig or something. Like, the petty shit.
Yeah.
Dog, like what Steve talking about is true, man. As a man, you supposed to be like, yo, swallow that shit, bro. Like, it's not that serious. Just go tell her you sorry. Like, even if you know you did something that affected her, you don't know exactly how it affected her or why it affected her, but you know how niggas are. We be like, damn, I was oblivious to that shit. Baby, look, I'm sorry. Like, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I made a bad decision on that. Whatever. So the house can be okay. Otherwise, she's not gonna do it. In most cases, she's gonna be upset for a little while. And then, like you said, right? Then when she do bring it up again, it's gonna be when you did something else. And she say, 2 weeks ago when you did that bullshit, that's just like, you know what I'm saying? Then you fighting over that shit again.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a tough pill to swallow, though, as a man, for sure. Like, just getting into a relationship, you gotta, like, you honestly have to realize that it literally goes through you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to go through you. That's the part of being the head of the household, and that includes conflict too.
Resolution, like you said.
But niggas that ego be pushing niggas to just be like, man, because like I said, I know I done let some shit drag out longer than it should have drag out. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm sitting here looking like, damn, you a weak ass nigga for allowing that to affect you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's so baffling, bro. Like for dudes nowadays, because guys, everybody understands and identifies that women and men are different.
Yeah.
But then expect men and women to act the same when it comes to certain things.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, I've seen people get in their feelings about when their woman is pregnant. We already know how, the hormonal changes and shifts and shit like that when it comes to that. And you expect for her to be, like, she's going to be different.
Right.
Like, you're the one that ain't got shit going on with your body. So you should be able to handle that because she's bringing your baby into this world. Like, you are there for the protection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you got to protect her from herself when it comes to certain things that she's doing. Like, bro, like, it's getting ridiculous, man. This whole thing is just getting very, very ridiculous for us to have the same expectations for each other, knowing full well that we are not the same people.
We're different.
We're all different. I mean, men and women, by and large, are very, very different. And we argue very, very different, by and large. Generally speaking, I'm not saying that everybody's the same,
right?
But generally speaking, we do argue and we feel things differently. So if you can understand that, then you got to understand that this person's not going to do what you expect them to do if you expecting them to do something based on your previous interactions or your history. If you think somebody's going to act like you act, then you're an idiot.
Yeah, you got to move around.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, you got to move.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and on that point, like that's for communicating with your partners too. Like you have, like, you be talking to your partner and you be like, my nigga, why would you do that? I would never do that shit. Like, nigga, yeah, but you got, or like I would never say that, or the way, you know, you took something like a little, you took something too personal or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? What you gotta realize as we growing up, like we used to be like, nigga, you a bitch. Stop acting like a little bitch and whatever. But sometimes niggas take stuff personally sometimes. And I don't have to change who I am, but I gotta realize that, okay, I can't joke with Tony like that. I might be able to joke with Steve like that.
It's all about finding out people. But let me say this, man. While we talking about men and our communication skills, what about that stranger, the nigga that you don't know? How you communicating with him? Like when I'm in spaces, like I always try to make contact. You know, simple head nod. You know, that's just a hey, what up? You know, black man, you in here? Yeah. Even shit, some white, just men in general. Hey, what up? Cool. They keep walking. Blase, blase. I think nowadays niggas are taking it like they just taking it wrong. Like if I speak to somebody, you know what I'm saying? If I hold the door for somebody, if I have like a certain respect for somebody, people will be like, man, you tripping, bro. You soft. No, that ain't soft. That's just, you know, being secure in myself. I can say what's up to you. You hold the door for you. I can shake your hand. If you get out of line with me, I can tell you, hey, that's disrespectful. Don't say that again, and we can still be okay. A lot of times, these niggas, if you say something wrong and somebody say, oh, why ain't you tell that nigga you disrespecting him? Because I didn't want it to go there. Now, that's soft. That's soft as hell. That's not good. Now, that's what I call not being a good communicator. Somebody disrespect you if you feeling that way.
But you talking about a stranger, though?
Yeah. Sometimes somebody may do it just they don't know. Somebody may disrespect you not even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? Right, you gotta have that communication to say, "Hold on, bro, don't do that no more."
I wouldn't
do something about it. I ain't about to.
Well, if a stranger is disrespecting me and they don't even know it, I personally don't even. I don't think it's warranted to address it because I don't address people I don't give a shit about. me personally, like your respect for me or lack thereof, if I don't know you, means absolutely nothing to me. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't affect my paycheck. You don't affect my friendships with the people that I do have in my life. You don't affect nothing. You know what I'm saying? The only time it ever gets to a point where it's like that if it's physical, when you're disrespecting me physically or you're disrespecting my space. But other than that, I don't care about nothing. Like, cause I had an issue. Well, I didn't even really have an issue. I went to shout out to my boy Ray Ray. Today is his birthday. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But Ray Ray just had a comedy show. You know what I'm saying? 2 nights ago, we went to the comedy show or whatever. You know, me and Stace, we sitting in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Been sitting in the corner the whole time. Had free, you know, vision to the stage. Right, the entire time. Sitting there, fine, cool. 2 dudes walk in, right? 2 dudes walk in. One dude, he sees that I've been sitting here this whole time. He sees my vision. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, all right, I'm going to sit up on the wall because I know my man's trying to see. You know what I'm saying? We ain't look at each other like we, you know, acknowledge it, but it was just out of respect. You know, I think he saw me and he was like,
noticed you.
Yeah. Another dude came over there. I promise you, dude stood right there in my vision. Stood right there. And so, you know, Stacy's sitting right here next to me. So she like a little bit over to the side. So she can still see, but she sees that the dude is standing in my way. So I'm like, all right. You know, I didn't want to address it. You know, I didn't want to address it. You know,
he knew you couldn't whoop him. That's what.
Nah,
whoop me, bro.
So you know, I let it linger for a little while. I let it linger for like 5 minutes, and then I ended up. I had to, bro, because like Ray had came back to the stage, and I'm like, so I had to actually, and maybe I don't know if I did it right, but I touched him on the shoulder, and because I was starting getting annoyed, and I was like, "Hey, man, I can't see." And he looked at me and grabbed. He looked at his arm or whatever. It's like, "Oh, okay," you know what I'm saying? And like, wanted to act like he was gonna still stand there, but his woman ended up grabbing him, like, "Hey, come sit to the side or whatever." But yeah, so those are the type of moments I feel like you might want to address some stuff, and maybe I didn't communicate that well.
You definitely did, because if a nigga touch me and say, "Hey man, I can't see," what the fuck that mean, nigga? Use your words.
Well, shit, I did use my words. I can't see.
Excuse me, you can you slide over a little
I
bit or
been
something
like,
like
nigga,
that?
blame it on God. I ain't make you blind. What you gotta do with me? That gotta do with me.
Bro, but y'all gotta understand. Like I've been sitting there this whole time, and he just got in my voice.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. He literally just walked up, doesn't know you was sitting there.
No, I'm sitting there. Like I got up and went to the restroom and came back.
I thought, okay, wait. How close is this dude to you in your?
He's right in front of you.
It's enough
for me to touch his shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had to get up and touch him. My bad.
My chair and touched his shoulder.
That's what he did. I think you mean he up there a little bit.
That's a level of respect that should be had, but you gotta realize like everybody don't owe you that level of respect. So then you did the right thing. I would have touched him too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I would have said, "Excuse me."
Like, yo, excuse me.
Yeah,
can't see, bro. Something like that. But I would have let him know that I'm serious about, I can't see. But at the same time, I'm not trying to hold you.
The excuse me was the polite portion of it.
Yeah.
And then if he didn't move again, then it's gonna be like,
right,
my nigga.
You know what?
Yeah. The second time he would have got that one.
And that's what I'm talking about as far as communication. Like, if I'm the dude and Steve says, "Hey, I can't see," all right, my bad, fam. That's it. But some niggas be like, oh, nigga, you can't say excuse me and all of it, and start taking it. Yeah. What you saying is like, oh, this nigga trying to hold me.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like stuff like that. Like, hold on, dog. Like, let's fix this communication, how you receive and stuff, bro, because that's not bad. Now, if the nigga would have, if Steve would have said, "Hey, man, get your bitch ass out the way."
Yeah.
Hold on.
Now it's different. Now
it's different.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And my girl, right? You can't act Brody with me in front of my girl, bro. Because I gotta turn up a little bit. Now I gotta swell up a little bit, nigga.
Hey, that's a good ass point about communicating, because you talking about like your girl firecracker and stuff, and I know I'm not talking about she is like this, but like y'all ever been with your girl or whatever, and she get a little bit more brolic than you wanted her to in public, like not with you, but with somebody you like, yo, it didn't even need to get taken that place. Yeah. And you know that if it go there, you gotta be the one to do something.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have those communications with your girl at home, like, yo.
That don't, you can have that communication. That don't mean nothing, dog. It don't mean nothing. You just, look, for anybody who has it, for anybody who has a firecracker as a woman that may just take it up a notch in public. Yeah. Have her back. But when y'all get in that goddamn car, you better make sure you put your foot down and tell her, "Hey, do not do no shit like that." Like, for one, I'm not because I'm not going to be in public going against my wife. Nah, that's what you should do.
We ain't talking about that. I'm talking about where it's like she.
Oh yeah, I've had to tell her like, no, hey,
nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga, before I get my
hold on, Marcus.
We in a whole nother maturity.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You talking about young breezy's 22. Like, you gotta keep it in the realm of us. Like, I'm 37. Yeah. My woman ain't finna be up in no club or nowhere doing my man gonna whoop. Ain't nobody woman doing that shit.
Maybe not gonna say my man go whoop your ass, but Steve,
man, I know. Okay, not that, but I know where he going. He's saying if she just take it up a notch, where you like, hey, relax, fam. Like, relax.
Yeah, like, you just gotta tell your girl. Like, I'm not saying, don't have your girl back, but I'm talking about like where you gotta be like, baby, calm down. Come here, grab her. Come here. You know what I'm saying? Let me take you out of this situation. And then at home, you had a conversation. Look, man, I'm going to always have your back, but don't put me in no situation where I'm going to fail. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell you that in the car.
I'm going to take it in.
I'm telling you that. We having that conversation in the car. I'm not waiting till we get home, because then you can be trying to go to sleep and all that shit. Nah. We've had this conversation like right now. Like, now ain't the time to do it. And I think another... I hate to kind of beat that drum. Like, another thing, like, I think women should definitely, like, if you're in a relationship and your man arguing with another man, do not amp that up. Like, just find get safe space. You know what I'm saying? In case something does happen, or just get safe space. Let men argue, especially like nowadays these women feel like they gotta say something. They just gotta say, no, you don't. Let men argue. Whatever happens. Like, if you feel like you need to pull your man away from the situation, then do it. But don't you jump into an argument when men are
The only time, like,
women will do that.
The only time I say you jump in, woman, is if you know your man, you been beating your man ass for like 2 years. You know this nigga ain't got no hands. He about to get beat. Because it's different if you beat him up. But if somebody else beat him up in front of you, the woman gonna lose all disrespect. I mean, all respect. I don't see no woman looking at a man the same as he just got knocked out for talking shit. Like,
she can't look at you the same if she jump in and help you.
No, I'm not saying no. Woman should never jump in to help a man. I'm saying, like, try to de-escalate the shit.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just what I'm saying.
Grab your nigga back.
Just
grab your
him,
nigga.
yeah.
Be like, baby, come on.
go. Yeah.
Look, man, it's not even like that. Because you get dropped in front of your girl.
I actually asked Stacey that shit. I was like, what if I got my ass whooped in front of you? She was like,
I bet she say she gonna still love you. Of course. She was honest.
I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow. I was like, God damn. But I get it though. I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, bro.
You ain't never gonna be able to raise your voice.
Yeah, she gonna be like,
that mean you can't. That mean you can't protect me.
Yeah, you ain't whoop that
say
nigga
shit
out
to
there on the
Andre.
street.
You
try
can't
to come
protect
in
me.
here.
That's all it's gonna turn into. You can't protect me.
You know what? If I got my ass whooped in front of her, I would definitely the next day I would be at Academy or some gun outlet or something. Purchasing me a weapon, bro, because I refuse to go fisticuffs with any other motherfucker. Dog. It's chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang from then on out, bro.
If I take that, I'm finding me another girl.
Yeah.
You know with your ass. You ain't gonna see me again. I'm leaving that night.
But what if what if you see it out in public though? Like, damn.
And then she starts snickering with her friend.
Yeah, like,
she like, oh no, him over there.
You just got to make sure the new bitch that you get is
bad.
super bad, and then you
What if
just
she want to
focus
come
on
to
her.
as a woman? Hey, you know your nigga can't fight.
Oh God!
I'd be like, hey, hold on.
She might. Hey, you know what? Ooh, that'll start a fight between them.
Oh come on!
Mind your business.
That'll start a fight between them.
She just on another.
I mean,
She on
go to the
another
gym.
level.
Give him
She on another level of toxic. If she come to the table talking that shit,
That's bad.
I might throw a drink in her face. Dog. Fuck that shit.
Nigga, square business though. Like,
Get your ass out here, dog.
don't play with me, man.
Nah, come on. That's you put me in a situation.
No, don't play
Because if
with me,
I
man.
slap you, I'm the date definitely over and I'm going to jail. But I can't slap you because I just got my ass whooped in front of you.
Man, what is going on with Ray, bro? Because you know the first two seasons, bro, it was your ass. I'll knock your goddamn head off. Now this nigga, every other sentence is slap the damn. You all right? You need to
I
go.
gotta calm down. My
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
dog.
I got some
gloves.
Thinking if a girl
Got
come
some
over
gloves
there
in
and
a
say,
heavy
your
bag,
nigga
bro.
got his ass whooped,
You gonna
No, I said if, because if that'll make me want to slap you. Like, okay, that I got my ass whooped by him. You know what I'm saying? But I can slap you. That'll make me feel better. But you know, I can't do that. Obviously, that's not the right thing to
You
do.
just gotta
Yeah.
sit there looking with that stank face.
Now I'm throwing a drink.
Nah, shit. I'm a flame or a roaster. Get on something. Just say something dumb.
My new
Or
girl
say
got-
something about.
my new girl
That's
got
why you got
slapped.
roaches in your shit or something. Like, I'll say something, bro.
make up
Just
something.
make up some shit, bro.
The new girl got to
one
handle.
bar soap with
The
hair.
new girl got to handle the lightweight.
She gotta throw the drink, dog.
Yeah, the new girl got to do something. Like, you got to have the nigga back.
Oh, cheap ass draws. You don't shop at Victoria's Secret or nothing. I'm going
got
in,
two
bro.
pants. One of
You know
them
what I'm
bitches
saying?
got
Your
dirt
ass ain't got no
stains
sheets. Nigga, you only got one set of sheets with your weekend. I'm going in, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What type of bitch don't have a bed skirt?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the fuck you got over here? What type of
Bitch, it's time to change your mattress.
no
Been
nuts.
15 years.
You know what I'm saying?
15
mattress.
years with the same mattress. So yeah, these stains on.
We scoring, bro. I'm just scoring, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna disrespect me like that, bro. No, that's not happening.
In front of my new bitch. I worked hard for this bitch.
I worked hard for this. Boy. I done went through, you know what I'm saying, hell and hot water to get this breezy. You got me messed up.
Shit. I got my ass whooped. Says the bitch that got holes in her socks when she wear boots.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm figuring some shit out. So, all right, let me ask y'all this though. What about the non-verbal communication? You know what I'm saying? Like, because they say 90% of what you're communicating ain't even coming out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So how do y'all think people receive y'all when y'all walk in a room? You know what I'm saying? Before you even say one word, what you think as a man? What do you think you communicating to everybody once you walk in the room? Do you think you exuding greatness? Do you think you exuding confidence? What you think you exuding that everybody can tell right off the muscle? And I'm gonna ask all three of y'all that. I want everybody to answer that.
Well, I would say definitely confidence because I don't hold my head down. Like I'm looking at everybody and I'm gonna speak to everybody. Like if I walk in the room, I'm gonna speak to everybody. All right, how y'all doing? And if it's a setting where I can do something like that, if not, then shake people's hand, look them in the eye. Yeah. Blase. I'm confident with that.
Okay. What about you, Ray? I don't even.
Yeah. we know some bullshit finna come.
Go ahead, Ray.
We just know it, dog.
No, dog, because I was just trying to think about me walking in the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the first thing that came to mind was the immediate light that came on when I walked through. It was like a big old spotlight situation. Then I just walked in the room.
The spotlight, right?
Looking good.
Then the music,
looking good.
Music plays.
I said the first thing I would say is, "Don't worry, I'm here now."
Here we go.
Here we go.
I told you.
I knew he was gonna say that.
I'm just.
And we talk about nonverbal.
I
I knew
always
he was gonna
wondered why
bring in
the
that
light come
verbal.
on when you walked in. I never knew why.
That was nonverbal. I didn't tell the light to come on. The motherfucking light just came on, man.
That makes sense though.
So it came on, and then I walked through the room, and I don't my nonverbal cues be like, I may fuck a couple bitches.
Man,
That's not
what's a
nonverbal.
real nonverbal cue that you think people get?
No. I mean, just the same thing. Just confidence when I walk in the room. It's just like a I don't know, like a I guess a glow. I don't know. I'm just like happy, excited most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's usually the energy and the vibe that people get from me when I walk in the room. Just, who's this nigga? Why he so happy? Like, why is this nigga, like you said, talking to everybody, speaking to everybody? So.
Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think and it's not even coming from me. This is what people have told me. Is like people
when niggas say that, you know they about to say something out there.
Seriously, it's like people say that it seems like they gravitate toward me. And I don't know, like, oh, I want to be around him. It's like, oh, either I know him from somewhere, or he just seems like somebody that I've either been around or I know. Like I think I exude like easiness, like it's easy to be around me type shit when I walk in the room. And then on the opposite side, like if I'm not feeling good, people feel that too. Like automatically somebody like that I don't even know. Hey, you okay? Like it don't show in my face that much, I don't think, but it's just, I think that's the way I carry myself. I let whatever I'm feeling kind of show a little bit.
Okay. I think for me, man, I exude frugalness. Goddamn.
Would you say fruitness?
Frugalness.
Boy, you a fruit. Oh.
Frugalness. Because my
frugalness.
Yeah, my outfits be low budget. I don't mind shopping at Old Navy.
No, me neither. But man,
you don't need
just need
frugalness. You just playing right now.
Definitely just fucking around.
You just need the style. Yeah, that's not frugalness, bro.
Frugalness, bro.
You just need the style. That's all. You just need the style.
My nigga stepped up his clothes game though. Recently, though.
But what I'm saying is like being frugal ain't got nothing to do with how he be dressing. Like you can go to H&M and get some $5 t-shirts and them mugs look fashionable.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I think more for you though. Like similar to what Ray said is more like. Is what both of them said, like confidence. Like you kind of seem like the type of person, like you know who you are. Nobody go change your mind about nothing. I know you as that, but that's how you always seem.
Yeah. That's true. That's
you
true.
know what? While we talking about nonverbal communication, like that's why I like talking to people face to face when I'm having a tough conversation.
Yep. Yeah.
Sometimes things get lost in translation, big time when you're texting. But even when you're talking on the phone, like. If you like, I can see like if you're laughing or if you're truly paying attention to me. Like, how do you feel? Like, are you looking at me in my eye or are you paying attention truly to me? Yeah. That's why I like talking face to face. That nonverbal can keep a conversation going.
Yeah.
Don't fucking text me.
I do. I will text some people. You know what I'm saying?
Don't fucking text me.
If I'm watching something on TV, I really don't want to talk because I'm not gonna pay attention. Like, I will read something quickly and get back to you versus if you call me and I'm like football games finna come on, anybody call me, fam, do I really want to talk? Like, I'm gonna look at the phone. Is it important? Okay, maybe not. If it's important, they'll call back.
Yeah, those all those cues are super important. All those nonverbal cues are super important to me because it's literally how I've like took care of myself and my family my whole life.
Yeah.
That's one of the big things in bartending is like being able to pick up on nonverbal cues. Like you shouldn't have to ask me for a drink. You shouldn't have to ask me for a fork. You shouldn't have to ask me or tell me that you're ready to order certain things. Like I should just know. Look at your body language. You usually turn a little bit this way when you're ready to order another one. Well, you know, all those little things are very key in communication, which is why we fucking suck at it nowadays because everything is over the text message. Everything is over social media.
But when I go up to your job, I be having to ask for forks and silverwares and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, because you're going to give me money regardless. I ain't going to pay.
That's that bullshit.
We got too much time in the
Next
game.
time, I'm going to slide $2. I'm going to order up $50 worth of shit.
When's the last time you had to ask me for a drink, nigga? You may have to ask me for a fork, but some other niggas may have to ask me for a drink. You ain't never had to ask me for a drink.
I can't remember the last time I had a drink at your job.
Nah, it's been a long time.
I got a question for y'all now, man, since we talking about nonverbal cues. Do y'all think, you know what I'm saying, that that is a reason why, you know, saying some young people ain't getting no ass because they don't know how to pick up on them cues of like, you know, from certain women that are like kind of, you know, showing them love and shit. They don't know how to pick up on certain things in order to seal the deal.
Boy, absolutely. You want and what do women always say? They like persistent men, right?
They like what?
Persistent men, right? However, that persistency, here's the thing. I could be persistent with you if I know it's catching on with you. I can't be persistent with you if you're just saying, "Hey, don't talk to me." But if we're talking face to face and you're like, "Boy, quit playing. I don't want to talk to you," then to me that's like, "Oh, I could be persistent because I get her nonverbal. She's smiling when she say it, but like if somebody say that in text message, you really don't know." Unless they just ghost you. And that's the new thing with and even with nonverbal now with them.
And even with that, boy, somebody will literally, like, they'll take that shit literally. You know what I'm saying? And be like, well, she playing games with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas, I don't know. Boys just be kind of
it is, like, what you're saying is right, but it's like we got to put a little context to it because, yeah, a girl can be saying, like, on some, like, you know, when the nigga, when she walking down the hallway and the nigga be like, "Hey, yo, what's up, mama? Come over here." And she like, "No, baby, I'm good." She probably really is trying to be nice. But that's what the thing is, what you said. These younger dudes, like, if you didn't grow up in a generation without cell phones and without all of that, you don't really understand the way to communicate with somebody directly without having to text or talk to them. So a lot of times they don't understand that there's a difference between, "Hey, no, I'm good, baby," and you know the way a girl would say it if she wants you to still talk to her. Like even you know how we always joke about how do girls holler at you? Mm-hmm. Girls don't really holler at you in the most cases. They just, you know, wink at you or look at you. They look at you a little bit, then smile and look away. You know, certain things like that. These niggas nowadays probably don't know none of that.
They don't. They need women to have like a phone embedded in their head. And then whatever their emotion that they're feeling, the emoji pops up on top of the dome like as a hologram or something.
It's
like
gonna happen in 10 years.
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas really need them type of cues in order to be like, "Oh, that's my cue to go get at her." You know what I'm saying? Because boy, I mean, but them little nuances are things that help you out in life. That's why I feel like, man, we going down a bad road, man.
Man,
you know
I'm glad you said that. Like, bro, sealing the deal, business wise, interview skills, that nonverbal is huge, bro. Like if you corporate and you know, well, I'll just say this: if you're trying to be in that corporate world, you going on interviews. Hell, even if you're not going on an interview, even you just, you know, independent, you know, contracted, or you just work for yourself in entrepreneurship, bro. Them nonverbal skills are essential.
They're
like
essential.
when you're trying to seal a deal, if somebody ain't paying you no attention, don't waste your goddamn time. Move around.
Yeah.
Like
more
it's
than
simple
that,
things like that.
Even more like that. Even more than that, what Steve said, like that shit'll keep you safe. Like you, like man,
Indeed.
I used to go to clubs. I used to go to places that, you know what I'm saying. If I was inebriated, then it's a different story because you lose a lot of that. But if I'm paying attention to my surroundings, and I was always head on swivel. I just watched for different things. Oh, homeboy kind of ducked over there, and he kind of looking around like he got something on him. He probably holding. Let me get out of here. Or
Straight up.
Or you driving down the block. I mean, some dude just, he walking a little different than you supposed to. Like, those things keep you safe. Those things keep you alive. And you could stereotypes, all this kind of different stuff. But I grew up in an area where you had to kind of keep your head on your shoulder.
Yeah.
These dudes, these kids nowadays, they got their phone in their hand so much, they don't even know what the fuck going on around them.
Head down all the time.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Pay attention. You gotta pay attention. You gotta
Then
pay
another
attention.
thing, when you talk about jobs or whatever, computer sciences and computer degrees and technology degrees is becoming like a huge thing.
Yeah.
They don't even have to communicate through the jobs that way no more.
No.
Yeah, they don't. No, they don't.
So
that's why I try
it's
to make
really
it.
the world is becoming a.
That's why I said corporate, not necessarily IT. Just corporate, because you still got to close deals. Like, you got to have some kind of social skills, some kind of communication skills, both verbal and non-verbal. Like, you work on a team, like, you're gonna have to have some good communication skills. Like, I don't care what your name is.
Yeah.
Even in IT, you gotta have communication skills.
You gotta have it in all this shit, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta have it in all of it, bro.
They just thinking at it right now.
Yeah.
Just thinking at it big time.
Big time. Tony, what you want to leave the people with today,
Shut up. Can't you see two men are talking? Only thing I got, man, seriously, is communication is a two-way street. If you're preaching communication in your relationship, understand you have to be as good as a talker as you are as a listener. They both go hand in hand. If you suck at one, then you're still not a good communicator. It just is what it is. You're just a good talker, or you're just a good listener.
What about you, Ray? Oh, go ahead.
No, you're fine. It's impossible to be an effective communicator if you're communicating through emotion. Male, female, or indifferent.
No.
You cannot communicate out of emotion, man. You've got to either step back from the situation and take time to, revisit it and breathe, or you just got to figure out how to not respond that way in the moment. But whatever you do, leave emotion out of it, man.
That's what's up. What about you, Morgan? Got something?
Yeah, I just think, man, like, at the end of the day, we communicate differently. Males, females, your friends, your non-friends. And it's okay to understand that it's not sexist to say that a man is going to communicate a little differently than a woman. It's not misogynistic to say that. And it's okay to be like, you know what, maybe I need to learn more about this person so we can be able to communicate better. I don't know enough about you. That's cool.
Indeed.
Okay.
You, Mr. Ray-Bans?
Mr. Ray-Bans. Well, what I'm going to say is arguments are inevitable. You cannot eliminate them completely out of any relationship that you have, whether it's with your partners or whether it's with your girl, mom, dad, whatever. Like, but the key is to mitigate the amount of times they happen. Try to keep that in check. You don't want to be having 3 or 4 arguments a week. That's when that's when everything hits the fan. So I don't want everybody to be living in this fantasy world like, the perfect relationship has no arguments at all. People that have been together for 30 some odd years have had years where they've argued a lot, and they've had years that they didn't argue at all. Like, it's just the balance of the two, man. It's going to happen. It just all depends on how you deal with it, with the relationship and how much it'll grow, how much it'll expand. All depends on how you deal with those situations.
Indeed.
And that's what I'm gonna leave the people with. This concludes another episode of the Millennial. I'm fucking this shit up. The Millennial Mayhem podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to like the IG or follow the IG page. That's Millennial Mayhem HOU, and the HOU stands for H Time. You know what I'm saying?
H-Town representatives, can't nobody do it better.
Nope. We're gonna holler at y'all, man. Peace.
You niggas rehearse that shit?
I ain't got time for the book. Okay, all my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch. Yeah, your bitch might get bulled. If you see us in the streets, no talking, let's go. No time for hating. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time for the